Welcome. In this video, we will talk about conjugates. What is conjugates? So conjugates is almost like reciprocal, okay, so of complex numbers. So it cancels out the imaginary number. Just change the middle sign. So let us try and apply this to the first example. So 4 plus 2i. So the conjugate of 4 plus 2i is 4 minus 2i. So you completely copy the whole expression except we change the middle sign. That is what we call conjugate. And then we are going to do something. And that something is we will multiply the original problem, which is 4 plus 2i, with its conjugate, which we already have, which is 4 minus 2i. So let us try and multiply. So we have the first term, which is 4 times 4, and that is 16. And then we have O, outer, so that is negative 8i. And then we have net 2i times 8, which makes 8i. And when we add these two together, 8i plus negative 8i, that makes 0i, meaning the middle term gets canceled out. Now, let's move on to the last terms. 2i times negative 2i. So that would make negative 4i squared. Alright, so let us put our answer together. So the answer that we've got is 16, which is this one right here. The middle term gets canceled out because it's 0i, it has no value. And then we have minus 4i squared. So we see that there is the presence of I squared. And hopefully you remember that when we have I squared, it is going to be equal to negative 1. So we substitute the value of I squared, which is negative 1, while everything else in this expression gets dropped down. So we drop negative 4, we drop 16. We follow PEMDAS, so negative 4 times negative 1 is positive 4. We drop 16, and 16 plus 4, you already know, it makes 20. Therefore, the answer to multiplying 4 plus 2i with its conjugate is equal to 20. Okay, so let's do this one more time. Okay, so how about 3i minus 2i? What is the conjugate of these binomial? So conjugate is exactly the same, 3 and 2i. However, it's going to be the opposite sign, and it is going to be a plus sign this time because this is a minus sign. Okay, now we are going to multiply both of these binomials. So we have 3 minus 2i and 3 plus 2i. Okay, so let's multiply. 3 times 3, that is a 9. Negative 2i times 2i is negative 4i squared. And let's multiply the middle term. So we've got negative 2i times 3 is negative 6i. And multiplying 3 times 2i makes positive 6i. This is addition. So negative 6i plus 6i, as you can see, this gets canceled out because this will be a 0i. So what do you guys notice? Hopefully we come to the point that when we multiply a binomial with its conjugate, the middle term gets eliminated. Okay, so therefore it is okay to just go directly to take the first term, the answer to the first term, and the answer to the last term, which is 9 minus 4i squared. And we substitute the value of I squared, which is -1, and we drop everything in this expression. So we have -4 times -1, which is +4, plus 9, which is equal to 13. All right, hopefully you've gained information from this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.